Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. How are you going? Sorry it's been a bit of a delay. I went on a holiday and I hadn't done any videos, so I'm back from my holiday, nice and relaxed and ready to paint. So tonight I am going to do a flip cup. I am unsure about the look of these colours together, but I think they will go well. So it was a bit of a let's just do it and have a look and see. So what I have is I have marte yellow ochre, marte rose madder, and white. They are 90 grams paint, 90 grams pouring medium, which is Elmer's glue or 70%, water 30%. And then I added another 10 grams of water just because they seemed a little bit more thicker than what I was used to doing. So I thought, let's just add 10 more grams. They're still quite thick actually, and we'll see how it goes. Now I have just added 3 drops in each cup of helmar silicone oil. So I quite like, well, this is the main one that I use, and I do quite like this oil. So put these aside. I've got my 3 cups that I'm going to flip with. It's a 12 by 16 canvas. So now I've added the silicone oil. I'm going to stir it in very well. I like my silicone stirred in well. But you can stir it in as much or as little as you prefer. So as you can see, these paints are still quite thickish, but I'm hoping that gives me more control on my cells. So when I normally use Elmer's clear glue, but I've decided to try out the glue all and see how it goes. It's been quite good so far, but I have noticed it is thicker. So my normal 70-30 mixture has still made it a bit thick, so that's why I've added a little bit more water, and even then the paints are thicker than I normally do. But that is the fun of testing out something new and seeing how it goes. So these should be stirred in well enough now. So what I'm going to do is do 2 layers. So I'm putting in the base colour, well, at the bottom I'm putting in the yellow ochre. Then I'm going to go the white, but it really doesn't matter because I'm only using 3 colours. The yellow ochre and the rose madder will still end up touching anyway when I do the next layer, so it doesn't quite matter. When you've only got 3 colours, you can't always separate them the way that you want. I could do 2 layers of white in between, like a layer in between each colour, but I'm not. I've decided to keep them the way that they are, so they will end up touching. It could give nice results. It could make a little bit of a browny colour. I don't know, and I'm just going to go with it and see what happens. Being yellow ochre, I'm going to get kind of a browny tone anyway, so I was mixing up my, I was getting my colours out and I was trying to decide which colours to use. So I'm trying to test out these new colours, which is this rose madder. I've got another one that I haven't opened up yet, which is cerise. I think that will be quite a nice colour to use as well. I just haven't got there. So I'm just trying to put these colours so, whoops, in actual layers. So I'm not pouring it in from a height or anything. I'm literally pouring them at a steady pace so the colours sit on top of each other for the moment. Okay, that's the yellow done. So I went on holiday and all I could think of, well, I was really enjoying myself having a break, but I was really missing doing a painting. But I knew I'd be back to normal life and wanting to paint, so and now the rose. So the red and, well, the rose madder and the yellow ochre are only touching once, which is in the middle. So I suppose it does matter a little bit which order you put them in. So if I had have done it in a different order, they could have touched twice, but are only touching the once. So there will be some colour blending, but it won't be as much as if in this order it's not as much blending as if I had done a different order. But I do love this rose madder colour. Really happy that they had that. Now I'm getting paint all over my hands. Okay, done. Now it's just a matter of flipping my cup, so I'll move these out the way. So I'll do one at a time. Flip. My flips weren't perfect. Now while those cups settle in, put my gloves on. So I hope everyone's having fun, the art, and it's all been going well for them. We all have good times and times that don't turn out as good, but it's the fun of, it's really, a lot of it is just the fun and enjoyment of actually making the art that I think it's all about, and see how things go. This is my last painting I did, which was the cloud, kind of the cells using satin enamel on a long canvas. I'm actually quite happy with how this actually came out. Some of them I love more than others. Some I like, some I love. So, but that's what happens. Alright, they've been sitting, so there wasn't a lot of gap, so there's no need to make them settle too long. So now it's just a matter of flipping the cups and tilting. So let's go. Ah, awesome. I'm just pouring that excess onto the corner, because it will get poured off anyway. I'm loving the colours together so far. So just by pouring the excess onto the edges is kind of like a flow extender. It's going to get tilted off. Love it. Love it, love it. Now I'm going to come down and do the bottom first. So moving the paint back and forth. I had a feeling that the yellow ochre and the rose madder were going to go well together, and now I see them on the canvas. I'm really pleased. Alright, I'm going to go all the way down to this side. Tilt over the edge, come back. Not a lot, just a bit, and then bring it down to this side. Tilt it over. Okay. Now I'm bringing the paint back up. Going a little bit side to side. So I've got a few cells that have come up already. I'm going to go to this side again, because I would rather that as I do this first bit, over, come back. Now when I go to tip it off this side, I'm going to extend that yellow a little bit more, which is kind of what I want, because the yellow didn't come out as much on the others. It's getting there. So over, bring it up a bit. Okay, now I come back. Now I'm just bringing the paint back down to the center. Now check my corners and make sure, okay, that's coated, that's covered, the sides are done. That corner needed a tiny little bit, and this corner needs just a dab. Sometimes it's just at the very bottom of the corner that it needs that little bit more paint. Okay. Alright, there I go. Now, just going to put these cups out the way. Now I'm going to get my gloves off before I drip any paint onto the canvas, because that's my biggest concern. Okay, get rid of those gloves. Getting paint all over my hands now. Get my blowtorch out. I always blow the dust off it, because even after half a day, dust seems to find its way to settle in on the blowtorch. Okay. Now I'm going to torch from a height, because you're better off to stay up higher than get too close. And keep it moving as well. Don't let it sit in one spot. So this is popping a few of the bubbles, but it's not really bringing up cells just yet. Okay, there's a couple. So sometimes it depends how close the silicone is to the surface to whether you get cells pop up easily or a little bit harder. So I'm just bringing the blowtorch a little bit closer. And the thicker the paint is, the more harder the cells pop up. But they also don't get as large either. So So in some of the spots where I don't have cells, I'm getting a little bit closer. But just be careful, because once they come up, that's it, you can't take them back. So because of my thick mix, I am getting small cells. Leave it like that for the moment. So I am actually purposely putting in lots of cells because I can see they're not growing very big. So I can add extra ones because they're not going to overly get into each other and get in the way and make it look too cluttered. But I really, really like how these colors are going together. So they will swell up a little bit, but not over the top too much more. You can tell by the ones that come up at the very beginning still haven't grown a lot, so that way you know that a lot of the cells won't overly grow. These bigger ones are ones that actually appeared while flipping the cup and not from using the heat, so quite pleased actually. I think these have come up quite well. I love the middle areas come up really, really cool. A lot of yellow cells have come up through in the pink. even over here. And over here, there's lots of multicolored cells in there. And over here. So there's a range of quite different looking colors in these cells. So for me, this shows I think I probably need to make my mix a little bit more thinner again. So I'm going to try that next time, just to see if I can get cells that are a little bit bigger but not too large, because I quite like small cells, but then small cells are good, but from a distance you actually don't see them as clearly as if you had larger cells. So, but it all does come down to personal preference. Some people love the giant cells. I like having paintings that have an assortment. Like this one's a small cell painting, and then another painting I might do might have large cells. I quite like having different canvases with different size cells in it. So it doesn't worry me that they're small in this one, because I'll have another painting that will have large cells, and that will look cool in its own way. So I'm scraping off the excess dripping paint from the bottom, which looks like I've got all of it now. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not going to torch anymore. Put that somewhere safe where it's not going to burn anything, because it's still red hot. Ta-da! Yay! So, rose madder and yellow ochre. So you can see the strong rose madder here and a couple of lines. It's mixed with the white, which is given this lighter colour. And then it mixes with the yellow ochre, which kind of gives this kind of warm... It's hard to explain. It's like a cross between... Well, of course it's a cross between the yellow ochre and the rose madder, but it's a really nice blend. Not exactly a brown, but kind of have some brown tones to it. Through here you've got a little bit of a brownish colour, but not over brown, and it's not a dirty mud brown. It's kind of just like a warm yellow ochre in a way, but really cool. And I do seem to have a yellow corner and a red corner, and then the mixture throughout in there. Got my two lines from where my cups met in the middle. So overall, I'm really pleased. There's not much more I can do with this but bring you down and show you a close-up and let you guys see what I can see. Alright, pausing. There we go. What do you guys think of these colours? I'm really liking them. It's not over the top bold, but it's also not subtle either. It's kind of got that mixture to it. And let's have a look at these cells. Look how cool they are. Multiple rings. And we got some more plainer coloured cells over here. There is other colours in there. These ones down here through the middle. And these are all quite small cells. Look at them. They're gorgeous. Then we come over to this side. They're all different colours. A whole bunch of white ones up here by themselves. They didn't really get much colour in them, but that adds to the interest. Makes the whole thing not look the same. Kind of looks different, which usually draws your eyes into different areas of the painting so you can see what's going on. But yeah, so that's it. Tell me what you guys think. So leave a comment. Like the video, share the video if you would like to, and subscribe if you have not already. Just hit the bell and click all, and you'll see new videos as they come up. I am hopefully going to do a few more videos this week. I've got a couple more days off, so I'm going to try and get some done. And now the weather's warming up. Hopefully these paintings dry quicker so I can actually do more, because that's been the hard part in winter, is not having the space to do more paintings because I'm waiting for them to dry. So tell me what you think, and I'll see you soon for another pour. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.